Greetings everyone, welcome back to the 2X Man philosophy. I'm Sean B, your 2X Man. We've been getting a lot more additions to our community, many more subscribers, many people joining in, and that gives me great pleasure. Welcome everyone. In the last weeks, I've been talking a lot about physical fitness, nutrition, well-being, and those are very important elements of the philosophy. Like I say, those are the ones that we can control right away once we decide to go on the 2X plan. Oftentimes, these are elements in our lives that we can address, that need addressing, and by doing so, we can start to reap a lot of positive benefits. And the beauty about those elements are they don't need anything external. These are all things that we can decide to do, and we can start implementing them right away. That doesn't mean it's easy to do by any means, but it just means we have control over that, and it's our choice how to do it, when to do it, with what consistency. We're not relying on anybody else. So these are often starting points for our 2X journeys, our journeys to become twice the person that we are. And then you recall there are the 4 pillars of the 2X philosophy. There's A, accept; B, believe you can do it. You can be twice the person you are, or that you can be a better person. Envision what your life would be like if you were that 2X version of you, that person that's twice the person that you are today. And then act, ABEA. So oftentimes, the first things we can do are act on these things over which we have direct control quickly. Other things take longer. If you might recall my journey, one of the things I wanted to do was become a more disciplined person, get rid of a lot of the loose ends I had in my life, and those things cannot be done right away. I could start to work on those, I could start to change my mentality to be more disciplined, but a lot of these things take time. They require help from other people. I can do what I can, but sometimes to get everything under control requires help from other people. So these are steps that take a little bit longer in our 2X journey. In any case, the precept is that we are doing things to make us better people inside. We're not going for the external goals. You know, the old school way would be like to write down your goals. I earn, I drive, I live in this kind of house. I, for one, I've lived that way. There's nothing wrong with it. Those are good ways to plan and to structure one's life. I believe that I've gone past that sort of type of personal development phase, and I've realized that better for me, and I hope also better for you, is this internal work, to envision what we'd be like as people if we were twice the person we are, and to work on that. So that's the journey, to become the 2X version of you. And even if nothing happens outside, if there are no externalities or no positive influences flow to one, that work and that improvement of being the person, the better person, is benefit in and of itself. Nonetheless, I'm very convinced that the universe works like this. If we dedicate that time and energy to making 2X versions of ourselves, that inevitably things from external flow to us. Things we might want, things we might have in the back of our minds, things we might have never seen before. But by putting all this positive energy in, this positive construction into us, it's inevitable, I'm convinced of this, that positive things will flow to us. And I think once you are on your 2X journeys, you'll see that also. It happens quite quickly. And I'd be happy to hear your stories about that when that happens. I want to share 2 that have happened to me. I think they're very indicative of how positive external things happen to us once we're doing this 2X internal work. And one is that one that I shared last week when I was on that camping trip, driving the campers around for 8 days. In that for years, I had looked for a way to maintain a steady course, an even life, a disciplined route, to live when I was not in my normal environment, when I was out traveling, I do a lot of motorbiking and things like that, and I go traveling a lot for business and such. And inevitably, my life was always falling apart when I was doing that, just because I wasn't on this even keel. And without even thinking about it, without even focusing on how to do it, the answer came to me through 2X. I was structuring my life in a 2X way, disciplined way. And then when I was on this camping trip, I realized that the days of living differently when I was outside of my normal zone were gone. I was still constant in this way of living and being disciplined and moving towards my goals. I was still having an amazing time. I wasn't going to the office. I wasn't working. I was traveling. I was having a wonderful time, but I still stayed steady to my course. So I believe that I have overcome, or I've resolved what I was looking for years in how to live a disciplined way while I was on the road. And that came to me automatically, without thinking, as a result of the 2X lifestyle that I'm on. The second one is, and it's even probably bigger than this, is that, I was a lawyer for a long time, over 20 years. And I always strike that. In the last 10 years or so, I dreamt about being in business and not just solving problems of other people or guiding the business of other people, but actually doing my own business and being in something that is scalable and that solves a problem for somebody, and being in selling and marketing. And I'm happy that I was a lawyer. I'm proud of that I was a lawyer. I had a great profession as a lawyer, but I wanted to move out of that. I wanted to move into something in business. And at 55 or 54, when I started this 2X, I was thinking, oh boy, go switch at 54 to become into a business when you haven't done anything like that in the past. That's kind of a big step, a risky step. But it was in the back of my mind. And, I got on my 2X path and I was doing all my internal work, and I was thinking maybe sometime somebody will come to me and ask me to be in a business with him or with her as a result of the improvements that I was going through 2X. And it happened, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I don't remember when it was, someone came to me and said, I had this idea to launch a business, to grow the business I used to be in and make it more global. And I'd ask you if you want to join with me. So I'm happy to say I'm in that business. We have launched it, kind of soft launch it. We're getting to the point now to really take it to market. I think it's going to be a big success. And it's very interesting. It's something totally different for me from what I've done in the past. And I'm very excited about it. And what happened was, I just got on my road of 2X in my life, my self-development, internal, focused on that, growing, making steps forward, and some of these externalities have flown to me already. And I'm convinced that can happen for you also. So I'll keep you posted about that. I'm very excited about this 2X journey. It becomes better and better every day for me. If you're on it, I hope that it'll be the same for you. I imagine that it will be the same for you. So I look forward to your comments. Anybody who wants more information is welcome to contact me. I'll have a talk with you. I'll give you some input. We can brainstorm your own 2X journey. I'm still working on the book. The first draft has been completed. It was reviewed by my good friend, the Rajman, and I am working on the second drafting of it. So soon I'll be able to share that with you as well. That's it for today. I hope this was helpful. I'll be traveling the next few days, staying on 2X, and I'll put on some videos to the Instagram about what my travel is doing and where it brings me. All right, over and out. Keep on the path, 2X.